Okay, so welcome to the Naked News. We're going to have lots of good articles for everybody tonight. We're going to kick it off with Valve adds unfinished game warning to Steam Early Access FAQ. So,
Yep.
what is it, last week or a few days ago I was talking?
Yeah, a few days ago.
Not too long ago I was talking about this and my idea for Steam Early Access type stuff and how they need to change up what they're doing and maybe put some limits on it. Well, they have decided to add a warning system saying you're buying this game and it might not ever get finished. What do you think?
They listened.
They
listened.
They listened to me. You know?
They heard you.
kind of a big
We're
deal.
making a difference.
Yeah, making a difference one little bit at a time. Except it's still not good enough. Kind of defeats the purpose of really anything. And yeah, it's no good. No good. I think that they need to say more than you might not be able to have a finished game.
You might lose anything you invest in this game.
Yeah, there still needs to be some way of saying that the buyer, because they're supporting the company making the game, there still needs to be some sort of insurance level in there that they're going to get something or get something back, other than just playing a game for a few months and then being like, yep, no, you get this unfinished piece of crap now. That's what you paid for.
Yeah,
right.
I agree with you.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe Steam will listen to this video as well and get the point a second time. They listened the first time. They listened the first time. So, what do we got next here?
Let's see. Next, we have a computer build courtesy of Maximum PC. And below is what they are saying is good. Basically, and we'll link this to you guys so you can see it later on.
This will all be in the info.
Basically, it's a parts list and a component for each of these parts, and they basically took a NZXT Source 210 Elite case. They stuffed it with a Corsair CX500 500-watt power supply, a Biostar motherboard, TA970 to be exact, an AMD FX 6300 processor.
Decent processor.
Yeah, decent. Cooler Master Hyper 212 Evo, which is, I think, probably one of the best Cooler Master coolers they make. A SAPPHIRE Dual X Radeon R7265. So, let's see, this is probably like mid-level, I'm guessing. Mid, lower, higher, low, lower mid. Somewhere around there. It's got, what is it, 2 4GB G.Skill Aries sticks of RAM in it. No optical drive, which really nowadays you really don't need it.
Not as much. So they're kind of nice to have, but you don't need it.
Nope. And they even gave you 2 hard drives. They gave you a Samsung 840 EVO 120, which, by the way, I have one of those, or the equivalent of, in my laptop, and also a Seagate Barracuda 1 terabyte drive. So all of that for the lovely price of $689 US.
That overall is fairly good price, especially for a computer that can still actually do quite a bit. Like, the components in there are not top of the line, but you can still play quite a few games, and obviously you're going to be able to do all your office work and stuff. Might not cut it for things like 3D rendering. Well, you could do it. It's just going to take a while. But yeah, the SSD and that processor, I know those are decent. Like that, I had the AMD FX 6200 before my new processor, and that thing was good. There was nothing wrong with it.
Yep, this is actually a pretty good budget build if you're interested in, you know, having maybe a second PC in your living room to just play some low res gaming. Nothing like Watch Dogs or anything like that.
Turn it into a big Bitcoin miner.
Yeah, well, barely for this thing. I don't think that would be that great for that. But it's a jumping off point basically. So there is room to improve on this build,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but it is a good starting point.
So then next you wanted to talk about some wireless routers.
Yes, the top 3 wireless AC routers, which AC is the highest standard that you can get currently. Those 3 routers are rated the Asus RT-AC66U, the Buffalo WZR1750 DHP, and the Netgear R7000. And they're not in any specific order. They're just all 3 kick-ass products, ranging from $140 to $200
And
US.
that last one, was that the one that looks like a stealth fighter?
That is the Stealth Fighter.
The gigantic router that has more cooling vents than most computers.
Yes, it is the ass kicker. That thing is ridiculous, but it is a great, great router.
Yeah, it looked pretty good from the video review that we watched there.
Yes.
So those are some good ideas for routers to purchase for you guys to go with that brand spanking new entry level computer. You can download movies like nobody else's business.
Yep.
So
Yep.
up next we've got Razer is now licensing brand to third-party case makers.
Yeah. From what I've heard, they are contracting third party, and the first party that I think they've licensed is NZXT? Yeah. So NZXT will release one of the first Razer cases. And not being biased, but I currently own an NZXT case, and they are pretty awesome.
But, you know, just looking at this in my mind right now, it's just a Razer logo on a case.
That's exactly what it is.
So that's going to boost the price of a case because it's got a Razer logo.
Possibly. What I could see happening is them changing a few of the configurations on some of the cases. So maybe besides them being like created by NZXT, maybe NZXT is going to change the configuration and set it up maybe more performance oriented for gaming specifically. So maybe more slots specifically for radiators than usual. Although I can't imagine that being any more than usual because NZXT already makes really gaming focused cases anyways.
Yeah.
Maybe color combinations, or maybe fan layout or hard drive layout, or
But couldn't they do that anyways and leave the Razer logo off?
they could, but Razer wants them. Razer wants to have their foot in the door for cases and for awesome badass gaming systems.
In my opinion, Razer is overpriced for what they have. I don't know about anybody else's opinions, but that's how I feel about it. You can buy better mice and keyboards from other companies. Now cases might be the same. Like the stuff's good, but in my mind it's like the entry level of good equipment.
I'll tell you what, Razer, if you send us your best gaming gear and let us test it out against some of the other competitors' gaming gear, I would love to do a comparison like that.
I wouldn't mind doing a comparison either.
Yeah, send me a keyboard, send me a mouse, send me a headset.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking for.
And you know what? We might as well take a look at one of these cases too, right?
Yeah, send us a case too.
Yeah, we'll throw that budget computer inside of that case and see what happens.
Yeah, that'd be great.
That would be great. All right, so up next we have Amazon to wrangle babysitting home repair startups into a marketplace.
Yes. So Amazon already has their foot in the door with marketplace sales. Any general store item that you can go out and buy at a Walmart, Target, so on and so forth, you can get through Amazon. Well, now Amazon wants to offer services.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think about that?
So babysitting. You go and order your babysitting off of a website? Well,
off of Amazon? Yes.
Well, is that going to be any different than ordering a service off of something like Kijiji for Canada? You know, you can you can put ads for work or help wanted on there. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't.
Babysitting in particular might be a little iffy of a business market for them to go into.
I think it's interesting. I think liability-wise, it's. I don't know how they're going to tackle that, but I think for other services like maid services, laundry services,
Yeah,
anything
stuff
that they
where
can branch out in.
stuff like that would be a lot more reasonable because you go and get some yard work done off the website and you're like, oh, never come back because they chewed up your lawn or something. But compare that to never come back, our kid lost his arm.
Well, I know Amazon has things like monthly subscriptions to certain items that if you want to have that item repurchased, you can set that up through them.
Yeah.
So I don't see why they couldn't implement that for a service like a lawn service. So that way if you were happy with the lawn service and then you ordered their monthly, you know, basic repayment, I guess, or monthly subscription for that service, then you could just forget about it.
It's interesting. It'll be more interesting. I think babysitting is the wrong title to go with for that. They should probably be advertising other services before they branch into babysitting. That's what I think.
Yes.
There's
Yes.
a lot more appropriate businesses to start with. Anyways, next up we have the Asus demonstrates white tough motherboard prototypes.
So Asus has these motherboards that are the tough boards that usually come in like a brownish type color, like a brownish camo. Now they're going with a pure white, like white gray camo, digital camo.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you're into digital camo or not, but when I first saw the first version of these boards, I was like, I'm not really into it. But then I saw these white ones, and I was like, I could feel that. I can get into that.
The only with that, it looks cool. Looking at these pictures now, which you'll again have in the links afterwards. That is a pretty badass looking motherboard, but at the same time, unless you have that extra, probably like say $1,000 to spend on your computer, why?
Well, I think also the other aspect of it is the tough motherboards are built more rugged and are supposed to just be better quality components. And I mean, there's a few motherboard makers out there that do this. There's MSI that does it. There is also Gigabyte that does it for their certain boards.
Doesn't Asus colors some of their motherboards too now, right? Well, I know like the cooling fins and stuff. You can get those colored on a lot of motherboards now to match a certain theme you're going with. But,
yeah.
Because I think in my motherboard they're all blue. Not that I have anything color coded because I have an olive drab case. It looks like a big M thing. So blue doesn't really make much of a difference. It would have been cool if it's all green because my case is all full of green lights. So
yeah, aesthetically speaking, if you're into white, this is probably for you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not really sure like if you'd want to do like a white with black components. I think that maybe that would kind of look cool. If you could do, I guess, white with silver components, that would look good. But who knows? Maybe there's a color combination out there like white and orange or white and some other wild color that would look good.
White can go with quite a few different colors. Imagine like a white and blue case. It's all nice and frosty blue.
Yeah. Or you could do the white motherboard and your black components and then blue lighting. Who knows? Who knows?
But would you like to introduce our last topic here for us?
Yes. So our last topic on the list is Sony PlayStation TV. And this is for the little peons that are watching, because we are the PC Master Race, of course. Basically, Sony is creating a $99 Sony box that will link up to your PS4 and also be able to play Vita games. And eventually, which I'm guessing soon after the release, it will also link up to the PlayStation Now store, which will offer PS3 games over a cloud setup. So basically, you can buy this device
buy
for
a PS3.
Almost. It does more than just playing PS3 games.
But
it
PS3 you can do a lot of what you just said there.
Kind of. I think what they are focusing it on is for people who maybe don't want to spend that much money on a PS4, but they still want to, I guess, play in the PlayStation, arena.
So buy a PS3. I don't know. Yeah, it's another gadget. It sounds like a more advanced version of Apple TV or something, maybe with games involved. Maybe what Android's trying to do is get some of their getting those boxes out and stuff too, where you can do the TV and Netflix and all that, and then some Android games work on some of them.
Yeah, I think they're trying to get their foot into your home somehow.
Even more than they already are, being the center of your living room.
Yes, they've beaten out Nintendo.
Well, yeah, I don't think that's very hard to do at this point until Zelda comes out. Zelda's gonna swamp everything. Zelda's gonna sell Wii U's like crazy. Just that, I think that's Nintendo's thing, is when they have those big games that come out, then their stuff sells.
Yeah, but ultimately, I think the marketplace is just, it's a beaten horse, and thanks to the PC Master Race, which hail the Master Race. Hail Master Race! Hail Master Race! And again, I'm saying this about the PC Master Race, not any other race. But yeah, you peons can go and play with your $99 Sonys and your $500 Sonys and your whatever $300 Nintendos. Ridiculousness.
Yeah. And just to add one more thing at the end, seeing as we are live on the Wildstar channel of Twitch right now, a little bit of Wildstar news. All my stuff got stolen this morning. That was pretty sweet.
Yeah.
My gold, my mats, and gold farmers are going like crazy in there. So much spam, and they've even started inviting you to arena groups to advertise their gold farming.
And so begins the crummy underling lives. Everybody from WoW went to there.
It doesn't matter what MMO you play. There's gold farmers. Nope. It's just that they have not put in much of a filter system for the spam yet. Once they put in a filter system, then it won't really matter. People can go buy and sell gold all they want. I just don't need the spam.
Nice.
Yeah.
So another thing I wanted to bring up real quick is the fact that we have some fan mail.
We have fan mail.
And this fan mail is saying, "Dear Naked Tech, you guys aren't naked."
I told you we should have done this episode in the bath.
Well, you know what? Guess what, guys? I might be naked. Right now.
Who says I'm wearing anything below my shirt?
Exactly.
Get it together. Think just a little bit out of the box here. Just because it's not on camera doesn't mean it's not happening.
Think out of the box, not about the box.
Not about the box.
Not about the box.
All right. Well, you got anything else to add?
Let's see. I could go through some more fan mail, but I think I'll pass this week.
We'll save our fan mail because I'm sure it's fairly limited at this point.
Yes, it was actually one email.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. This episode will be on YouTube within the next day or two, and I hope you enjoyed. Leave us some comments, and see you guys next time.
Wait. I want to show my cats. That's a cat.
These would be the cats that were in the motherboard video from a little while ago. You can go check that out too and see these cats again.
Yeah, this cat right here. But not this cat, because this cat's a bitch. Aren't you a bitch?
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time.